Hi, everybody. As Intel, we are very pleased to be invited here to present one of our programs that I think relates to what Daniel has asked us. Try to make a link to what we do globally, what technology does, and what are the programs that we have in each of the different geographies that we work. So this thing should, if we're talking about technology, hey, there we are. Sometimes it doesn't work. Technology, don't trust it. So at Intel, we are expert in chips. That is our main business. We develop silicon. But all of the programs of philanthropy and of corporate social responsibility, we do it in education. So this is one of our programs named Intel Learn that has been running for, I would say, like 80 years. And it's a technology educational program. And it's targeted, as is mentioned there, from 8 to 25, says here. But in Chile, we have modified, and it has worked for elderly people also, and adults, young adults, a whole variety of different people. And the idea is to serve, communities that are in underserved conditions. And the objective is to try to develop 21st century skills in the learners. And we hire experts in education to design our programs because we are not ourselves experts in education. So we hire, very good people that are able to assemble these programs that they work so well. I think is a tribute to the people that create it. What do we do? What some other partners do? How the program works? We provide the basic framework, the scaffolding for the program to work, and we select in each of the countries that we work an NGO. In the case of Chile, we are working with Corporación Encuentro that has done an enormous and an amazing job. You will see in the presentation that I have later on to show you some of the things they have done. And also we engage with governments, here in Chile, Ministry of Education, Enlaces program, municipalities, universities, several other key stakeholders. We are today in 15 countries. There they are mentioned. We started as number 9 in Chile. 1.4 million learners worldwide has gone through the program. In Chile, in particular, we have over 30,000. The curriculum, I will mention what do we teach here. This program is focused on informal education, in community education. Everywhere there is people that is not participating in the formal education system, either in primary, secondary, or tertiary university system. So we are addressing those people through this program. One of the modules, the first one is named Technology and Community. These are 30-hour training programs, 15 sessions of 2 hours. Then we move to Technology at Work. And then we have just released the number 3 course named Technology and Entrepreneurship. This has been designed in India, and we already have it translated to Spanish, so we should be starting in the next few months. What is the structure of the course? How the course works? In each of the sessions, the participants are asked to follow certain instructions. So they do an exploration. We don't talk about technology hardly at all. We don't say what is a CPU. We don't talk about operating systems. And the learners, they learn by doing. And then we teach them this methodology, plan it. You don't need a computer for that. Understand the instructions. Then do it. Then you need a computer. The computer is your notebook, your ruler, your calculator, everything. Then you review it. There is an instance to check if you did really complete all of the tasks that you were supposed to do. And then you share that with all the rest of the people. There are usually around 15 to 22, 23 persons in each of the courses. And at the end of the training, the last third of the classes, they choose their own project to do. They decide on their own what they're going to do. So the program just teach them how to solve problems at the beginning, and then the program looks back to the participant and asks them, okay, now why don't you try to solve one issue that you have? You apply all of these tools and you work with your partners, your peers in the classroom to do that. That is the methodology. Now I will focus on one impact evaluation, that because we do impact evaluations once in a while to see if the goals that we decided to achieve are really being achieved or we're going somewhere else. So last year, SRI, that is Stanford Research Institute, was asked to come to Chile and do a survey evaluation. This was published in June of 2010, so it's a very recent study. I have copies of the report. If you want, we have them here. So Paulina from El Encuentro have copies. We have like 20. And if we run out of them, I can send it by mail if you're interested. And these are some of the findings that the people from SRI founded in Chile. You know, these are some comments from their executive summary. They visited several places in Chile, from the south, from Puerto Montt to the north, Vicuña. And they view all of the different aspects that the program has adopted in Chile, because it has morphed in very different forms. And they say that the program has been adapted for several different niches, and that the program has been transformative for many different contexts, and does not only impact the individual, but also the community where the program is being deployed. So for us, that is very interesting, because you go back into a community where you have developed this program for maybe 1 year, then you return 2-3 years later, and something has happened. The community has been able to solve better their problems. They are applying this structured way of thinking to solving their own issues. Some other of the findings is that in young people, it empowers them, to take on new challenges, to use, these new tools that they are being taught how to use, to turn them into solutions for their own problems. And it's also, the program is very much focused on developing networks. So if I go to a classroom with somebody that I don't know, probably at the end of the course, I'm going to be a very good friend of that person, of that student. If I go with a buddy that I know, they will split us, very softly, but because I know already how to work with my buddy. But the interesting thing is that I developed the skills to be able to work with new people, to be able to reach out of my normal areas. And for adults also, you can read there are some very meaningful results, like many micro-entrepreneurs and many practical benefits. The families are also touched. The other area that I wanted to mention, and this is just the last one of this, to not extend too much the presentation, is that the facilitators, that are the people who deliver the training, are also very much changed by the program. They also learn a lot. So there is a cross-pollination there. We have one aspect of the program in Chile where we are working with El Encuentro and migrant women that come to work to Chile because they get better, salaries. And they go on Sundays after 3 p.m., and that's the only time of the week that they have, free to go to this training. And we train them in a university, UNIAC, is gentle enough to lend us their laboratories that are normally closed on Sunday, but they go and they open it. And we have delivered, training for 6 or 7 of these courses. The facilitators are also, taking, 15 Sundays afternoon off. But the relationship that you develop in those classes are wonderful, and the people vote with their feet. They go, and more than 95% of the people who start the training finish the training. And it's completely volunteer. If you don't finish, if you don't show up, nothing happens to you. These are some of the problems that are being solved everywhere. I remember particularly one of the first samples that we have here in Chile, in a small town named Marchihue, in a boarding school. These are kids that live so far away that they need to stay in a boarding school during the week. And they decided that their boarding school was so good that they weren't concerned. These are 14, 15-year-old kids, that not enough students were coming to that boarding school. And if that trend continued, in a couple of years, that boarding school will close. So they designed a marketing initiative to go around all that area to tell the parents and the possible future students how good that boarding school was and that particular high school, that they have better possibilities to go to the university. And a couple of years later, they have completely changed the trend, and a lot of people were going there. So that's the kind of solutions that they develop, And at the end of the program, there is a space for all the participants to present their project, the project that they have decided to develop, to the community. So they invite their parents, their sisters, the director of the school, the mayor of the city, and that is how the program ends. And many times they go and they implement, they develop the plan that they have created. So that's what I wanted to tell you. So thank you very much.